It's been a great privilege to pastor Fellowship for the past 17 years. The entire time that I've been at Fellowship, our elders have not been interested in building an empire. They have been interested in building a community that is growing in their faith and their hope and their love. I feel a real responsibility and stewardship in two different ways. One is the church owns about 9.5 acres here on Hogan Lane, and I feel a stewardship to maximize that property for the purposes of God's kingdom. The other thing that I feel a responsibility for is to make sure that our body is set up to move into the future. Not just the future without me, but the future with a new young generation that has grown up in our body. And investing in our children's ministry and our youth ministry and our college ministry is absolutely critical for us to be a healthy body.
Serving in the nursery has been an awesome opportunity. We've been here 17 years. The first year I just kind of looked around to see where I wanted to plug in. I saw some women working in there the first year I was there, and I thought, I can do that. One of my very, very, very first memories working in there was walking in one morning, and there was one of our big strapping firemen in a rocking chair holding this little teeny tiny sweet baby boy and just loving all over his little boy. And it made me cry. I mean, when I think about it, it's still to see him and how much he loved his little boy, and to know that was my responsibility. When he handed him to me, that was my responsibility. But to see now that he is a tender-hearted young man just like his dad is, and to see and hear from his parents the things that he's going through and dealing with as he's trying to finish high school, and to have the opportunity to pray for him now and to pray for his parents now, pray with his parents now as he tries to navigate that journey. It's a privilege and an honor that you get to walk through really amazingly wonderful things with people, but you also walk the really hard roads with people.
When young people go off to college, the allure of the world, the distraction of both sin and success draws them away from the Lord, and we have to make sure that we are preparing those kids for what they're going to face, preparing their parents to walk with them through those challenges.
But building for a future is our whole body really thinking about that and really embracing what does that mean and what does that look like. I have an entire page of college-age boys that I'm praying for right now because they're wandering and they're lost. And now that's morphed, and I have a whole page of college-age girls that I'm praying for. Where is this child going to be when he or she is 23, when they're 28, when they're 30 and they're starting their careers? Are they going to be in church on Sunday? Are they going to be living their lives in their families and in their communities? Are they going to be sharing Christ with their neighbors? Are they going to be making an impact around the globe, or are we losing them?
We're building a future of faith when the world is trying to destroy that future of faith. And the ministry that we have to the parents, the ministry that we have to our kids, to our youth, to our college students, all of that is critical if the church is going to survive. We have grown to such an extent that our children, we're running out of classrooms. We have divided classrooms again and again so that we could have enough classrooms for them. And we can't do that anymore. There are no more classrooms to divide. Our youth on Wednesday night, when they gather here and they break up into their small groups, they are literally meeting in nooks and crannies, some of them sitting in hallways to have their group discussions. This new building is the opportunity for us to live out that dedication to those children. From the nursery, through our kids ministry, through the youth group, through their college years, that we as a congregation are walking beside them through that entire process and walking beside their parents. This capital campaign is about investing in the next generation who's going to be walking with the Lord. It's really building a future of faith. And that's really what we're asking you to engage in. We're asking you to go before the Lord with your family and pray. And so this is so much more than just writing a check. This is really asking God to reveal, how has He blessed you? How can you use those blessings to invest in His purposes? And how can we as a church have a facility that is useful to prepare the way for a new generation to have a foundation of faith?